Welcome. It's another day, another opportunity to learn about yourself, life, and your path through the Bhagavad Gita. I'm Atmadarshan or Laura, and it's a pleasure to see you either live or by the video recording. Okay, we've been talking about Samatvam, the ability to connect to and maintain your genuine self no matter what happens. And the Bhagavad Gita is really good at listing different sets of opposites. And what Krishna says, Krishna, the spiritual advisor, says to Arjun, the seeker, is that somebody who is truly established in who they are, no matter what opposites seem to happen around them, they are constant. So, for example, if somebody speaks good of a person or bad of a person, if that person is really comfortable with who they are, neither affects them. I mean, they can take in the praise and go, thank you, and appreciate it, or take in the criticism and maybe pick out what's useful. But it doesn't let them change their opinion of themselves. Their heads don't get too big, nor do they deflate completely upon criticism. And that is tough. That's tough. So, one set of opposites that I don't recall being explicitly mentioned, but can be ever so helpful and really came into play last night around here is opposites of danger and safety. And seeing how you and people around you act in those two extremes. So if you aren't familiar with the weather in this part of the world, it was a very unstable late afternoon, and there was a sudden tornado warning, and I was down in my basement. And down in the basement, I heard a very large crash, and I was like, oh, do I go up and find out what's going on? But I didn't want to stick my head out in the tornado and get swooped away or be a very loud crash myself. So I have to admit, I wasn't as nervous as I could have been, but I was a little nervous. And then I have Oliver, my yoga cat, and they say animals can sense when things are going on. Well, he might have sensed, but he didn't care. He was on his back taking a nap on the couch, and I had to pick him up and carry him downstairs. And once he got downstairs, he's like, okay, now we're downstairs. And he just hung out on the floor. Nothing bothered him. And I thought, how amazing is that? He was just so secure within that he didn't need those outer reassurances that everything was going to be okay. Um, I think Kathy and I have really worked with him so that he feels safe and trusting. He's got his routines, right? And Kathy's probably thinking he's got way too many routines. You cater to him, but we do keep him safe and fed and watered, and there's almost always one of us with him. So he's developed this feeling of safety within that even a massive gust of wind, many gusts of winds, couldn't seem to shake. Um, if you haven't seen the picture of some of the big damage, I put a link below to my Facebook page where I posted uh, like part of a tree that's as big as some small trees came crashing down right over there. Right over there. That's what I heard in the basement. Here's one of the smaller branches, the teeny weeny, hello, teeny weeny branches that came down. Oh, sorry about the loss of those acorn squirrels. So it was interesting to see how I got a little nervous and Oliver was fine. Now, in the Mahabharata, there are times when Arjun can get a little nervous, and Krishna is the epitome of calm, and that diffuses situations. For example, in the great battle, these weapons are being launched, and they're somewhat like we would think of as missiles, but as I've mentioned before, they are conjured up and launched by words. The Gita and Mahabharata letting us know how important our words are. Because sometimes we think, oh, it's just words. Someone's just calling me a name. It shouldn't bother me. But words are weapons in this war. And at one point, as Krishna is driving Arjun's chariot, one of Arjun's enemies launches this almost indestructible, um, this weapon that it's almost impossible to turn back. It's a surefire way to kill Arjun. The enemies are very excited. Yay, there goes this unbeatable weapon. And what Krishna does when he sees the weapon coming is he simply puts down the chariot reins and stands up and lets the weapon hit him full force on the chest, where it turns into a garland of sweet-smelling flowers. And then Krishna sits back down again. It's like, wow, can you imagine? Here comes this missile at you, and you just stand up, take it. But that's the idea of the true self. The true self can take whatever is thrown at it and just turn it into something amazing. And that can be part of our challenge in life. Whatever life throws at you, can you make it something amazing? And in your reactions, help everyone around you feel safe. Yeah, Arjun felt pretty safe after that. He's like, I'm so glad I have Krishna, my best friend and true self, on my side. So, anyhow, I invite you to try to tap into that feeling today. The idea that security comes from within. The feeling of security comes from within, not from whatever's swirling about you. Wind, rain. Important today for all of us here because, once again, don't go on or in the water. It's rip currents and small craft advisory, but there's a baseball game. All right, let's practice. Any moment actually could be dangerous. I could be doing, gosh, please don't, this would be traumatized, but I could be doing the balance pose here and something could fall on my noggin from the sky. We can go with that, go, something's gonna fall on my noggin from the sky, or just like that safety within. I'm gonna go with safety within. Let's do it. Ooh, the grass is so wet. Nope, can't do that. All right, let's go over here. Switch. Time for a contemplation. You may have already heard one of the chainsaws. Starting last evening, it was Chainsaw Arama because people are trying to cut up all the big tree and tree bits that have been flung around, and so they can get in and out. Whatever's going on around you for the next 5 minutes, can you find a place of safety and security inside? Let's find out. Welcome back. Could you find that safe place inside? That's one of the keys to just being ourselves, no matter what, is feeling safe with who we are. Today's practice is dedicated to all those in the path of severe weather or just danger itself. And if you need help finding that safe place, remember, if you look below, there's going to be a free healing meditation this Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern. And it's not just about healing the physical, but about healing the mental and emotional and even spiritual pains that cause us such discomfort in life. So please consider joining, either then or for the next video. Can't wait to see you again. Bye. Bye.